Hello and welcome. My name is Aslam Moolla and I'm a CCMA and Labour Lawyer, and you're currently watching my video series on retrenchment law rights in South Africa. In today's video, we're going to be covering two major questions, which is what reasons can a business owner use to retrench an employee in South Africa, and number two, how to check if your retrenchment has been done the lawful and for a right reason in particular. Now, let's get started into it. The most important section when it comes to retrenchment in South Africa is Section 189 of the Labour Relations Act. Remember that section. That section deals with all of the rights and responsibilities when it comes to retrenchment and the necessary process. So what does Section 189 say? Section 189 of the Labour Relations Act allows employers and business owners to retrench employees. However, there are very strict requirements that need to be followed for the retrenchment process. Now, before we get into the requirements for retrenchment, let's take a look at the reasons. In other words, what reasons can an employer use to retrench an employee? Now, in terms of Section 189, there are only three reasons that an employer can use for a retrenchment. The first reason is because the business is doing bad financially. The second reason is because the business has a new form of technology and it doesn't need the employee because it has invested in technology to do the work. And the third is where the business has to restructure itself from an operational requirements perspective to be more profitable and more efficient. Those are the three reasons. Business is doing bad financially, it has to retrench. Business has new technology, and the business has to restructure. Let's go through each reason in a bit more detail so that we can get a better understanding of it. So the first one, as I've discussed, is financial grounds. As the name suggests, financial grounds are those that relate to the money aspects of the business. In other words, the business cannot simply afford to keep the employee any longer on the payroll, and it has no option but to retrench. A reason could be because of a poor economy, loss of customers, any reason that has caused the business to now struggle to survive and has to now retrench employees in order to cut down its overheads. The law allows employers to do that. However, here's the important part. A business owner must be able to show why the retrenchment was necessary. In other words, what the law is trying to avoid is business owners blaming the economy and retrenching employees because they didn't like the employee or because the employee did some kind of misconduct, and now they're using retrenchment as an escape route instead of having a disciplinary hearing. That's not allowed. So the business owner must be able to justify why the retrenchment process was necessary and why it has to be done. So that's the first part with regard to financial reasons, the first reason. The second reason is, remember there were three. The second from the three is technological reasons. For example, a new machine is bought by a business owner which now does the work of the employee. Therefore, the employee has to be retrenched because the new machine is doing the work. There's no need to keep the machine and the employee. That's technological reasons for retrenchment. And the last reason from the three is structural reasons. In other words, the best way to explain it is through an example, is where two people are doing the same job and the business only needs one person to do the job. Therefore, the employer can choose to retrench one person and keep the other person. However, it must be done in terms of a fair process which involves consultation. So, to recap, there are only three reasons for retrenchment in South Africa. The first one is because the business is doing bad financially. The second is because the business has a new form of technology. And the last is because the business has restructured itself. So in terms of an action step, If you're currently going through a retrenchment, or you know someone who's going through a retrenchment, take a look at the retrenchment documents and see what reason is provided for the retrenchment. Is it financial? Is it structural? Is it technical? From there, you can plan your way forward. Stay tuned for more videos on the retrenchment process in South Africa. Of course, if you need help in your particular situation, you're welcome to book an appointment by clicking the link below, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.